In the 11th year after the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was commissioned as a messenger before the Hijrah even began, something remarkable happened. The city of Mecca was still hostile. The Muslims were weak. But in this year, during the days of Hajj, a spark ignited that would eventually lead to the birth of the Islamic State in Medina. Every year, Mecca would host major markets, Ukaz, Majana, and Dhul Majaz, bringing traders and tribes from all across Arabia. But for the Prophet ﷺ, these gatherings weren't about trade. He used them to convey Islam. Wherever there was a crowd, there was da'wah. In this particular year, he came to a mountainous area known as Al-Aqaba. And there he met a small group of strangers. They were 6 men from a tribe called Khazraj, one of the 2 major tribes of Yathrib, what we now know as Medina. The Prophet ﷺ sat with them and asked, "Will you sit and listen to what I have to say?" They agreed. He recited the Quran to them. And unlike many other tribes who mocked or rejected him, these men didn't argue, they didn't hesitate. They said, "What you've said is the truth. We already know it." Why were they so open? 3 reasons. They were originally from Yemen, known for their soft hearts. Medina had just suffered a brutal civil war between the tribes of Aus and Khazraj. They were desperate for peace and unity. They lived among Jewish tribes who often spoke about a coming prophet. So the idea wasn't foreign to them. They believed, accepted Islam, and promised to return next year with more people. The next year, 12 men came to pledge allegiance to the Prophet ﷺ at Al-Aqaba. They included key figures like As'ad ibn Zurara, Auf ibn al-Harith, Rafi' ibn Malik, Uqbah ibn Amir, Abu al-Haytham ibn al-Tayhan, and others. Now, there's some confusion in the books of Seerat about what pledge this was. Some later scholars mistakenly linked it to a verse about the pledge of Ridwan. But the correct version is clear. This was the first pledge of Al-Aqaba. The Prophet ﷺ took a simple yet profound pledge from them. Do not associate partners with Allah. Do not steal. Do not commit fornication. Do not kill your children. Do not lie. Do not disobey in good actions. He told them, if you fulfill this, Jannah is yours. If you slip, it's with Allah. He may forgive or punish. When they returned to Medina, they began spreading the message. Islam caught on like wildfire. It said that there wasn't a single home in Medina where the name of Muhammad ﷺ wasn't mentioned. And who led the first ever Jumu'ah khutbah in Medina? Not the Prophet ﷺ. It was As'ad ibn Zurara. The Prophet ﷺ then sent one of his finest young companions to teach and spread Islam further, Mus'ab ibn Umair. This young man had once been among Mecca's elite, known for his wealth and perfume. Now he was the Prophet's ambassador in Medina. He was eloquent, wise, and sincere, and he would go on to prepare the entire city for the Prophet's arrival. Mus'ab targeted the influential men of Medina. He knew that if he could win over leaders, the people would follow. One of these men was Sa'd ibn Mu'adh, a powerful chief of Banu Abdil Ashhal. Initially furious about the da'wah being preached in his neighborhood, Sa'd came armed with a sword, ready to confront Mus'ab. But Mus'ab remained calm and said, "Just sit and listen. If you don't like it, we'll leave." Sa'd agreed. Mus'ab recited the Quran. By the time Mus'ab finished, Sa'd's heart had completely changed. He embraced Islam on the spot. He then returned to his tribe and said, "From this moment, I will not speak to any man or woman among you until you all accept Islam." And by Allah, every single person from his tribe took Shahada that day. The people of Medina, now known as the Ansar, accepted Islam quickly for several reasons. Their naturally gentle and open-hearted nature, their exhaustion from years of tribal warfare, their exposure to Jewish prophecies about a coming prophet, and above all, the sincerity and character of the Prophet ﷺ's message. From a chance meeting with 6 men at Al-Aqaba to an entire city embracing Islam. This was not just a turning point, it was the foundation for the first Islamic state. And this was only the beginning. In the next part of the story, we'll witness the second pledge at Al-Aqaba and the greatest migration in history, the Hijrah to Medina. Stay tuned.